You to the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club and the 74th Annual Francis Dykes Memorial Bonspiel, brought to you by the GNCC, the Grand National Curling Club. On Sheet B, our feature sheet today, we have an A event game between the Ardsley rink, skipped by Matt Gallegos, and the Nutmeg rink, skipped by Giuseppe Russo. The first rock is away immediately. Giuseppe will be throwing the red rocks, and the yellow stones will be thrown by the Gallegos rink, and they've started with the hammer. First rock has just been delivered, and it's going to be hogged. That was hogged by Vincent DeMarco. We'll get to the lineups right now. So throwing lead for the Ardsley rink is Michael Spincieri. Throwing second is Joe Pinella. Throwing vice is Jordan Becker, and they are skipped by the mustachioed one, Matt Gallegos. Throwing for Nutmeg, the lineup is lead is Vince DeMarco, second is Michael McCarthy, third is Greg Doucette, and the skip is Giuseppe Russo. We have three other games going on the sheets as well. In an A event game, we have the Chris rink playing for Nutmeg against Padalero from the Petersham rink. That is an A event, like I'd mentioned. On sheet C, we have a B event game, the Burns rink from Plainfield against Alloys from Schenectady. And on sheet D, we have another A event game. That's the Skimia rink from Nutmeg and the Stayer rink from Philly Bucks County. So, the yellow rocks are going to be for Ardsley, and the red rocks are Nutmeg. The red rocks are thrown for Nutmeg. Yep. Okay, now that we're all settled in here, here's the second stone by Vince DeMarco. So I wanted to, while we're doing this game and starting, I wanted to make a shout out to one Norwood Fontbonne Academy outside of, or in Chestnut Hill, Pennsylvania. That's my old alma mater, and my brother, who teaches 5th and 6th grade, is actually having the kids watching the game right now. So I just wanted to say hello, everybody at Norwood Fontbonne Academy. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you guys get to enjoy a little bit of the game. And I hope Mr. Rockamakis treat you guys well. So again, thanks for checking us out, Norwood Academy. Appreciate it. That's my brother. He teaches at grade school, and he's got the kids watching the game. So that chat with the 96 people is chatting, but it's probably about more than 120 some people are watching the game right now. A gaggle of grade schoolers.
I will be sure to adjust my comments appropriately.
Oh, they're only going to be on for a couple of minutes, and then we can go back to playing it blue. Apparently we got a rousing cheer in the classroom from that as well. All right. Oh, I also want to say hi to Mr. Mark Alfano. Hello, Mr. Mark Alfano. Thanks for tuning in to the live web stream of the Grand National Curling Club's Francis Dykes Memorial Bonspiel here at the National Capital Curling Center. Anyway, let's get back to the feature sheet. What's going on here? We've got Nutmeg has a shot here in the 4-foot. Looks like they're going to be throwing the guard. Carissa, the commentators are, there you go. Thanks, Shane.
Joe, I thought your name was Tony.
Sometimes. Here comes Joel Pinella with his shot. Thinking he's going to try and throw like a hackway hit at that guard, hopefully flop behind the red guard that was thrown by Ardsley.
Sweepers bring it by nicely.
Nice nose hit. So that was a nose hit by the Ardsley rink. Nutmeg is going to try and hit that right out and flop behind that center guard. Joe Pinella sporting one of those snazzy Hot Shot curling camps jackets. You know, when I went to Hot Shots curling camp, they didn't have those snazzy jackets.
They are snazzy.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of them around the club. There's at least 2 other members of Ardsley I think who have those jackets.
Yep, and from the folks that I spoke to that have gone to that Hot Shots curling camp, they speak nothing but good things about how it's helped them.
I already. But yeah, the Hot Shots curling camp was, I had a great time when I was there. I got to meet Sherry Middaugh. Or Middaugh, however you want to pronounce it. Anywho. Back to the game. All this jibber jabber. We got a game to call here. So here comes Jordan Becker with his rock. He's going to settle it in, probably guard that stone. We're trying to pull it in nice and close. That line was really nice. That's a nice shot by Jordan. Comes Craig Doucette with his rock, his final stone. He's going to try and hit something of those yellows. 1, possibly 2. There goes 1, runs it right back. Just replaces the yellow with the red. Along with Melvin and I, we want to say a thank you and a hello to Heather, who was running the cameras yet again and doing a mighty fine job, so thank you so much.
Well, I feel much better. I just put down about 12 meatballs in 45 seconds. So that's a nice staggered guard. May be possible to remove both of those yellows. With a nose hit or maybe just left side of nose. Would take quite a bit of weight to do that, though.
Yeah.
Rocks here at Potomac, they got a pretty wide striking band. Maybe not as much action as it used to with a fresh set of rocks.
Like, I think you said Cape Cod, you played there. I think the first time they were playing with their rocks, was that a year or 2 ago with club playdowns?
Yeah, I believe Cape Cod, it was last year, got their new set of rocks. Makes a huge difference having that little convex shape to their striking bands.
All the way, boys. Wow.
Nutmeg, this rock curling a ton.
Not much accomplished there.
Yeah, I think they were trying to go around that corner guard. Instead, rock over curls quite a bit. Hits almost nose on the curling guard, even or the corner guard, even goes across nose a bit. Weight probably would have been pretty close had they gotten it around. Skip's still getting used to the sheets. The sheets will change rather rapidly here too. We are blessed with our share of humidity here in the south. So you come out and there's a bit of a layer of frost on there. Rocks will run pretty slow, a little straight, and then all of a sudden, once you get that little layer of frost off there, things pick up quite a bit, and the rocks start to curl a lot more. Question from the audience: is it bad form to throw at the same time as someone throwing on a neighboring sheet?
Yes!
I wouldn't say it's bad form, but I think you should have an awareness of it for your fellow curlers. I would file it under spirit of curling. But quite frankly, I never notice if anybody's throwing next to me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is I tend to be pretty focused and try to avoid distractions from the neighboring sheets as much as possible. So Ardsley, this rock probably overcurled a bit more than they wanted. Does, however, outcount the second rock, so this is your new second shot. Ardsley currently sitting 2.
With hammer.
Never a bad thing. So Nutmeg's got some options here. None of them stellar. Not 100% sure what the call is here. I suspect they're going to try to hit the high side of this rock and roll into the middle.
Roll, yeah.
Maybe spread their 2 reds out a bit.
He looks narrow.
Yes, yes, yes!
He looked narrow right when it came out.
Yeah, sweeper's on it immediately.
Hard, boys,
I
hard.
think he's going to tick that guard. Indeed.
So Ardsley sitting 2 with the hammer.
I'm
Be
kind of
wise
at a
just
loss to say. You know, what's good and bad in this end. This is something of a mess in the top of the house here.
Your match is going to play to the outside. All he needs to do is get full 12. He'll get his 3. He does need to be careful playing that far outside this early in the game because he's not going to know what the sheet's going to be. So he's going to make the wise move and throw to the outside, starting from the center. You like that approach?
Yeah, it's not bad. That red rock, currently 3rd shot. You know, you can't see a corner of it, so if you overcurl, conceivably you could tap it in there for, you know, cut yourself down to 1.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of house to work with. As you said, only needs to get half 12. Or, I'm sorry, full 12.
I think it's safe to say that Matt's one of the few skips who's actually skipped on this ice before. He was the A event runner-up at last year's Cherry Blossom. So he might have a better gauge of the ice than most other skips. I think he got it. I think that roll came in.
I think he did just get it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a field goal for the Ardsley rink after 1. Score is 3-0. We've got a scoring update also on sheet A. Chris steals a deuce in the first. They're up 2-0 against the Padalero rink from Peterson. And still going through the first end on sheet C. Sheet D just finished their first end, but we do not have a score posted yet. We'll let you know right when that happens.
So we have used our carbon fiber camera changer tool. Got ourselves all set up for the second end.
Defense score has been hung. Stayer Rink from Philly Bucks County stole one, excuse me, in the first. So that makes it a 1-0 Stayer over Eskimia from Nutmeg. Here's the rock from Vincent DeMarco. His first stone wager was going to be a corner guard. No, it was going to be a come around. And that's going to sit right at the tee line, right behind the tee line. See what Matt wants to do that, if he wants to ignore or if he wants to hit and roll. He's going to ignore it. Nope. He's going to hit and roll behind that guard.
Good call. Up by 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to limit your opponent's scoring here, so expect to see a lot of hits.
Throwing lead again is Michael Spincieri, affectionately known as the Dude. It's pretty easy to see why.
The Dude abides.
It's a flash. Weight looked pretty good. Just inside from the start. Living the dream, Mr. Ruth.
Fortunately, tomorrow, hopefully you don't have work. You'll have the Dykes, Junior Worlds, and the Briar also.
Yeah, that's right. The Briar starts tomorrow.
A lot of curling to be watched.
I hope that gets precedence on the TV tomorrow. No offense to us here at the Dykes. We've got our nice Canadian satellite hookup, and I want to watch some of that myself.
Do you have a favorite in this year's Briar?
I do. I like the Stoughton rink. I really like John Meade, and I don't know. Yeah, I really think Stoughton's gonna wind up winning this year. I still think it's gonna be Martin, Howard, Stoughton, and I don't know. I guess Jacobs from Northern Ontario will probably be the 4 finalists. It's a pretty stacked field, though, from what I could see. I mean, that might be an understatement. But I mean, you know, there's some other clubs. You know, the Menard from Quebec won it, and I think the New Brunswick. What's his name? He's supposed to be he's been a pretty successful curler as well. Yeah, whatever it is, Agushu with his bunch of young guns.
Nutmeg with a rock in the back of the house. Gonna peel that center guard. Keep themselves out of trouble. Mature call, I like it.
Yeah, that was my call. I like that call too. Keep it open.
Of course, you want to score, but you also want to make sure that you don't give up a steal. So early in the game, plenty of time to get your deuce later.
Here comes the rock from Joe Pinello. While that rock is traveling 1 and 2, let you know that the score was hung on sheet C. The Schenectady rink stole 1 in the first against Scotty Burns from Plainfield.
Yes, line, yes, yes.
Bruce, if you didn't catch that, it's 1-0 Schenectady after 1. They stole 1 in the first.
So a bit of a mistake there from the Ardsley rink. Peeling that rock instead of sticking in the house. This leaves an opening for Nutmeg to come behind their corner guard. Guard's way out on the side, but still useful.
Sweepers are, there we go. I thought for a second that was going to be light. Oh, they should have stayed on that.
Yeah, getting out into a bit of fresh pebble here. It's gonna, as soon as you pick up on the broom, things gonna check up. Rock sits full 12. It is open. Pretty routine out-turn hit. Plays his cards right, can get an annoying biter on that side there that could be a bit of a pain to remove.
Courtney, you stole my line. I was just about going to say that.
Great shot. Inside nose, gets the roll right back to center. And we are staring down a blank. Maybe I'll have to rewatch Best in Show tonight to get some more ideas. Certainly plenty. The hit away Nutmeg will be hoping to stick in the house with this.
No, that's going to spill away.
Fortunately, maybe a hair too much weight.
Jordan Becker in the hack for Ardsley.
I agree. Intentional blanks. I do like the
intentional.
Yes, the intentional. Are a bit rare. This end was pretty well played for that, though. Nutmeg not liking their setup with a really nice center guard and just a rock hanging on in the back. Bailed out early enough.
Michael and Joe really got to get on that to get it to even count into the scoring or into the guard area. They pulled it in.
These are the kind of misses you hope for.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, playing for the blank is pretty risk-free for you, but your opponent comes up short or rolls out of the house like we've seen, and gives you an opportunity to stick a rock in here and bring the deuce back into play.
This is Craig Doucette's rock trying to play the come around on that yellow stone. Sweepers are on it really hard, just trying to get a piece of the house and are coming up short.
Yeah, it looks like that rock actually picked at the end.
Sure.
Too. Changed handles.
And really, the brakes really went on it.
All of a sudden, what we thought was a routine blank. Now we've got 3 guards up. Ardsley without hammer, trying to decide where to put this first skips rock. The draw around, certainly not a bad call, but with these rocks sort of spaced both sides of center line, maybe thinking that the tap is the call here.
That wouldn't be a bad call at all. But it doesn't even look like Matt even considered that. Looks like he had a draw in his mind the entire way.
Oh, I could be wrong then. I thought this was the ice for the tap, so I guess we'll see. Either way, it sounds like we're a bit narrow.
Looks pretty light too. Sweepers really got to pull that. Here it comes. Well then.
It's the outside third of the rock, probably with back 4 weight. Moving the guard into full 8. Behind a red guard. Not a bad shot.
No, not a bad shot. But I think Giuseppe's lining up a run back. Likes the way they're lined up.
I love the way they're lined up. A nose hit.
Yep. Pops that out.
Pops that out. Maybe under the other corner guard. Even if you stuff it, you're going to get some good coverage from your shooter.
Sure looks like that's the call.
Well, I'm concerned that he's icing for just to hit the yellow. Because it's going to be really hard to stick a shooter.
Absolutely. Yeah, where's it? He can't really see a big piece of it. It's going to have the tendency to spill out. Well, let's see what happens.
Lightweight hit. Starts to curl.
Well, don't we look foolish? That's a beautiful shot.
That's why we're in here and they're out there.
That's right. Great shot by Giuseppe Russo. Doing the best that he can. I mean, it did leave the shooter open, but at least he was able to stick it around.
That rock wide open, so no-brainer for Matt Gallegos. Is that how you say his name?
Gallegos.
Gallegos. Letting my Polish show.
If he doesn't roll us, we might get a blank. If he leaves it out in the open.
Is this rock curling hard?
Wow, it sure is. It's going to stick around in the house. That's a great shot.
Really nice result. Sitting,
Sitting
outside the 4 foot.
It's going to force Giuseppe. I think Giuseppe's going to have to draw for his 1 here.
I agree that that rock did come over behind the corner guard. Going to make the blank really hard. So great shot there to force in the second end. Not a gimme draw by any stretch of the imagination.
No, not at all.
Got some junk out in front there. Could ruin your day.
It's going to need to just barely touch the 4 foot. So not a lot of room for error either here.
We're on sheet A. We have what appears to be a draw by the Petersham rink against a ton of red rocks. We'll see how that one ends.
He got it.
He did.
He got it. Nice draw. That makes it 2-1. Nutmeg over Petersham in sheet A.
Petersham making a nice draw to the 4 foot against 4.
Ice water in the veins, Melvin. There's another. There's a nice draw by Giuseppe there.
We are being treated to some great curling all of a
All
sudden.
right. So after 2, we have the score 3-1 in favor of Ardsley. Got an update on sheet D there, Melvin, as well?
Sheet D, we have what's this, Nutmeg versus Philly Bucks County. In the second end, with hammer, Nutmeg scores 2. The game at 2-1. Nutmeg. 2-1 Nutmeg.
They had some big games last night. Stayer and Skimia. I think they both won like 11-1.
I always like to see some offense. Hopefully the downside of those draws got some jello shots out of the deal.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, so the first rock for Nutmeg. Center, is that biting the 12 foot? No, it's in the 12 foot.
Yes! Whole way, hard! Hard, hard, hard. You can do it, yeah! Yes, yes, yes! Yes! All the way! Yes! All the way! Come on! Yes!
The dude shot comes up short of the house, so it's a nice corner guard.
There was a steal of 7.
Yes, there
Whoa.
was.
Oh, my.
To ask him if he needs ear
earbuds I have those. Earbuds? You asked for headphones. I don't have headphones. I have earbuds. Earbuds?
So here comes the dude's second shot. I know his name is Michael, but we're just going to call him the dude. I hope nobody from Ardsley objects. Anywho. Rock is away. Try and settle right behind those guards. It's a nice draw. Comes Michael McCarthy's rink for Nutmeg. Gonna try and follow that guy down. Looks like it needs to move. And he leaves it heavy. Comes Matt. Matt wants to have Joel hit that rock in the front. Probably spill over to the right side of the house, our right side. Joe's rock is away. Welcome back, Mike.
Thank you. What did I miss?
The 3 visits by Morgana the Kissing Bandit and the triumphant return of Jim Brown. And a hit and roll by Joe Pinella.
It's a full afternoon.
Call is just to draw the corner side of the house where all the other rocks are.
Ardsley ring currently sitting 2 with hammer. 1 rock behind the tee line, though. It's a good opportunity here if Nutmeg can take advantage to freeze.
That's what they're going for, but Mike McCarthy's going to be short.
Rock instead comes up in about the 2 position. Great line on that. A little bit more weight, and we're looking at a good shot there.
Yeah, he was spot on with the broom, but yeah, you're right. Just too late.
Certainly some decisions here. You might want to draw to the other side of the house, maybe split your rocks up. Unfortunately, that rock that's sitting in the tee line there, current shot rock behind the tee, that's going to be Nutmeg's best out. They can freeze a rock on there.
That's what they've been trying to do.
Recognizing that, I believe Ardsley's trying to draw short of that rock into the top 12. Protect against the freeze. And unfortunately, this rock comes up a bit heavy, does not curl as much as they were expecting.
Still going to be third, but that, like you said, leaves the opportunity open again for Nutmeg to try and skate one in to that yellow rock just behind the tee line. This could change the entire end if they are able to execute this shot. I want to thank everybody. We've been well over 100 chatters since this game started. So thank you everybody for continuing to tune in. Glad to see so many people still hanging out with us. Line was good. That one was just too heavy. Seems to be a pit of despair in that area for Nutmeg.
Again, great line, but as you said, just a hair heavy, about back line weight.
Well, with going on C, the second end is over, but they did not hang the score. Once they do, we will keep you posted.
Last I looked over, Plainfield had hammer and had one in the 4-foot buried, but not sure what the outcome was. So was that Jordan's rock? First rock?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Rock comes up a bit short, leaving yet another guard out there.
This is Craig Doucette throwing for Nutmeg.
Ardsley sitting 3, 2 of them behind the tee line. And now with a really high center guard, Nutmeg is going to try to weld one in there. Rock a bit wide. It will finish, but I don't think it's going to quite finish behind the center guard.
Just can't seem to get that rock in there.
Yeah, struggling a bit to find the right combination of weight and line in this third end.
Sheet C, the score has been posted. Schenectady picks up 1, ties it at 1 apiece. Nope, I mean Plainfield. It's still 1 apiece. But Plainfield got 1. My apologies.
The Ardsley ring calls for the hit on the open red rock. Currently second shot.
Flash that. He's going to chip his own out. It's still sitting 3. No, it's sitting 2.
Sitting 2.
No.
Nutmeg rig currently 1 wide open rock away from giving up a 4-end here. I know I sound like a broken record, but they really need to get a rock in under the center guard.
Yeah.
I'm not sure with how much the ice finishes, if they would be able to freeze to that rock that is just behind the tee in the outside 8-foot there.
There goes Giuseppe Russo's first rock. Let's see if he can try to get it in there. Craig likes the line. He's got to move.
Also got to be there. This
Yeah.
is,
Coming up short.
Sweepers working at the
Okay.
end nicely.
Okay, nice. Pretty good rock there. That's by far the best one that they've thrown at that spot.
Shot rock, top 4. Currently behind that long off-center guard. But that is a long off-center guard.
Yeah.
Hack weight, certainly no problem to come around that guard and get to the nose.
You do worry about jamming on that yellow one in the back, though, if you hit it
Indeed.
to the inside. So.
Matt asking his sweepers for new perspective.
There goes Matt Gallegos with his first stone. Trying to remove that red rock that was just thrown by Giuseppe Russo. Sweepers are on it. It's not going to go. It's going to crash on that guard. Okay, well, there goes that guard. So now I would say you just set up another one. Or I'd say a risky shot is, I was thinking maybe freezing and snapping one on there as well. But no, why get greedy? Why not just try to play for the steal here?
Well,
although you got to get it, though. If you miss the steal, you're looking at an open hit, possibly for 4. Or no, for 3.
For 3, right.
So, I guess that's what they're going to be throwing here. Comes Giuseppe's final stone in the end.
Rock looking good. On a good line.
He covered most of it.
He covered the right half of the rock.
Yeah.
And by right, I mean
the correct. Yes.
Exposing the outside of the red rock.
The jammy side of the red rock.
The jammy side.
We got a scoring update on sheet A. The Kriz rink has completely cracked it open with a 5er in the third, making the score 7-1 over the Petersham rink through 3 ends. Nutmeg is continuing their hot streak. Don't think any rink has lost a game yet at this Bonspiel from Nutmeg.
Wow, impressive.
Here's Matt Gallegos, this rock. This is the hammer for the third end. Trying to chip away that red stone. They're sweeping on it really hard. There's a chance it's going to hit that guard. And, oh, what a break. Red gets a second one to slide in.
What a break.
Whoa. Didn't see that coming.
And an unfortunate outcome for Ardsley.
Yeah, that's going to tie it up with the steal of 2. So through 3, we have a 3-3 tie between Ardsley, the Matt Gallegos rink.
They were drawing that up. I doubt they saw that as a possible outcome.
Yeah.
I sure know I didn't. But you get your rocks in the right place, and anything can happen.
Got another scoring update on the Delta sheet. That is going to be a 3-spot for the Stayer rink. That's the Philly Bucks County. That makes the score 4-2. Stayer from Philly Bucks County over Ischemia from Nutmeg.
Nutmeg, fresh off their steal, calls for the center guard.
And it's going to slink into the 12 foot. Matt's going to ignore it, and throw the guard.
Pretty unhappy with that outcome, I'm sure. So going to take an aggressive stance here, throw up the corner guard.
It's another instance where you can say the dude is throwing rocks.
The dude.
I love it. We're throwing rocks tonight. Oh, that was Donnie who said that. Mixing them up, man. Sweeper's struggling. Are they going to get that over? That's going to get over. That's a corner guard. It's a high corner guard, but a corner guard.
It is. It's a high corner guard. The inside out does allow for a lot of curl, so unfortunately with the high corner guard like that, even if you do get a good rock in behind, it's generally chippable by your opponent. Nutmeg calls for the guard, I believe, but no, this rock is slowing down nicely. Changing the call now to a come around.
They're going to get by. They are going to get by it by just a hair.
Great result.
Yeah.
Call be damned. Nutmeg currently sitting 2. The roll from the double favorable here will stay in the house.
Oh, Matt is just yelling at them to get on there. I think they're too late. This is going to flash right on by.
Not sure that rock really ever had a chance.
Nah, that was never from the start.
Nutmeg would love a guard here. Throw about a 2, make the run back pretty difficult. And all of a sudden, it's going to be tough for Ardsley to get their 1. One thing I will say about that corner guard is it is far enough out that it does not occlude the draw to the forefoot.
Right.
Another concern about leaving a high corner guard is that it can actually hurt you by taking that shot away later in the end.
Still up to 107 people through the chat, making this one of the. We are contributing to the lower productivity today of the Washington D.C. area.
Yes. Well,
and yeah, all over the East Coast.
And East Coast.
All right.
Measurable drop in productivity, I'm sure.
High five.
Probably on par with sequestration.
No.
Not sure. Plenty of feds at this club, I'm sure.
You got one on the mic right now.
Very interested in what's happening.
Anyway, we should get back to the curling here.
No politics.
I just
at
wanted
the
to say
curling rink.
thank you for all the 109 people who were on the chat.
So Ardsley attempts to peel the nutmeg guard, which was put up in a great spot. Unfortunately, stuffs it, leaves another center guard. Nutmeg content to keep throwing guards, which is certainly a great strategy with sitting 2 in the center line there.
Hey, we got an update on sheet C. The score has been hung, and Schenectady gets deuce in the 3rd end, making the score 3-1 Schenectady over Burns from Plainfield.
Joe Pinella's last rock, I believe. Nice peel of his own guard. Sort of a modified peel of shame there. Nutmeg still in a great spot. Calls for the centerline guard yet again. This rock may be over curling. Indeed, it does over curl.
White was spot on.
Bit of an opening here for Matt in the Ardsley rink to bail out. The double is alive. Might not stick the shooter in the house, but at this point, I think they'd just be happy to get those two
Get
rocks
those out of there. Absolutely. A little wobbly coming out of the hack for Jordan. Sweepers are on it immediately. I think that's going to wind up crashing into something, and it's not going to be the rock in the 12-foot. Oh, and it's going to take that guard away.
So
Sweepers it sound like the sweepers are having a little bit of trouble here in Matt between the other shooters or other skips there. Thought I heard Matt yell, "Not me." Heaven knows that can be a difficulty in any curling club. I believe I was actually asked one time because my no sounded very similar to another no, and I was instructed if I could say hell no to them. And I did, and I felt I was getting some looks, but it worked.
How do you say that name?
It's a B-E-C-K-E-R. It's just written really fast.
That it kind of looks like B-E-D-L-E-R.
Yeah, it looks terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, Jordan Becker replacing the, at least called for the guard replacement. Rock comes a bit deep. Not a bad result though. Double certainly there, but I don't think the triple is.
Needs to come over a bit more.
If he hits high enough high side, might drag.
Nope, just the one.
I think I was underestimating the distance between those two rocks.
Yeah.
Kind of tough to see from my angle.
Well, the shooter sticks, fighting the 12-foot. You know, sometimes later in the end, those pesky 12-foot biters can come into play. But yep, gonna guard that again.
Yep, and this is the right call. We've been throwing this guard all end. Comfortable with the line. Sweeper should be comfortable with the weight.
Yes, yes, yeah, your line. Yes, line. Your line. Where is it? Yes, man, yes. Hard, 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 hard.
Oh, they got to get on that. I think they're going to make it over. It's going to be pretty high. Nope. Nope. It's going to keep moving. Okay. Not too bad.
That's a pretty good result. Rock's going to be as good as covered.
So what's Matt gonna do here with that ice? You think is he going to try some sort of hit?
Well, I'm getting a bit of a better angle, and he probably sees a corner of that rock from the hack. Not sure if he's thinking if he throws a heater at it, he can catch the corner and make the double. This might be one of those shots where you try to hit the corner, knowing that if you miss a little narrow, peel the guard. Not a bad result.
Sweeper is really working hard for the line. Now they're off. Nice job holding it. Here it comes. This is going to be pretty close. He's going to get a piece of it.
Makes it past the guard. Not quite enough weight to remove both rocks. Still Nutmeg sitting two.
And that guard, the shot rock just fell behind another guard instead of the center guard. That's a good try. A good try, but you know, you're still against two, and you still have shot rock guarded.
Not sure what the call is here. You could just throw the guard again.
Like, I think he's going to try and call. I wouldn't mind throwing something like top 12 to this side to make the counter three and take the draw away. That would be my guess. I think he might need a little bit more ice, though.
Yep, so needs to make a decision. A tight guard, certainly good. If he wants to get greedy, certainly pulling one in for third shot.
Right, but of course the risk is too deep. And there you got an open hit there.
I don't think we'll have to worry about too deep.
No, we won't. I don't think we'll have to worry about it guarding either, because I think this is going to over curl, fall off the table. It's going to allow Gallegos to draw for one. He just needs to get more of the forefoot than Giuseppe's rock.
Certainly not a gimme.
No.
Not sure if maybe he was a little tight on that broom, or if the sheet's starting to get a bit of a shape to it, a bowl shape. Sometimes you find that the further you go out in the house, the further the rock will curl back towards the center.
It's a fickle thing, this curling ice, isn't it?
It can be.
Couple more scoring updates. The Kriz Rink steals one. They're now up by a touchdown with the extra point, 8-1 on sheet Delta. The Skimia gets a 3 spot. And the score is 5-4, Nutmeg over Philly Bucks County. And Matt's going to come up short on his rock. That is going to be a steal of 2 for the Meg.
Sweeper's forced to wait for a long time. That rock, maybe a bit outside, clearly doesn't curl nearly as much if you get way out to the outside. Not sure if that was 1 or 2.
It was 1. I thought it was 2. We're getting calls that it's 1. Oh. Well, we'll find out when they hang the score.
Slight revision.
Yeah.
I do see a 4th end result on sheet D. This is the Nutmeg versus Philly Bucks County game. In the 4th end, Nutmeg scores, would appear to be 3.
Kick the field goal.
Yes. So take the lead in that game. It's not
Back
5
and
to
forth.
4.
It is 5-4. Okay, so yeah, that was actually a steal of 1, not a steal of 2. Stand corrected here. So that's going to make the score 4-3.
Yes.
I think that the players are strategically placing their heads in front of all the points that are scored, so we can't see them. It's very crafty of them.
Maybe what we should do is align some lasers so that if they do stand in those spots, they just get blinded.
Oh, okay.
Maybe force them to find a new spot to stand.
I will start setting up a fund at the next board meeting. The laser fund. The blinding laser fund.
The blinding laser fund.
Oh, wait a minute. No, we got enough nerds in this club that can set that up themselves.
Don't think that'll be a problem.
Jeff Lee, I'm looking in your direction.
Sheet A also has a 4th end result. The Nutmeg rink continuing their tear. Steals in the 4th end. They scores now
8-1.
8-1. They're just a stolen 7 end away from getting right back in this. Oh. Alan McNeil sitting not 3 feet away.
Good times here at the Padoma Curling Club. Hey, we got a game to call here.
Nobody pays attention to the elite rocks.
Nah. Dude's been working hard.
It would appear that way.
Yeah. And he has. I mean, I think the Ardsley rink has been sweeping very nicely today.
Gentlemen, I have good news. Our evening's post-boat race activity is now available. The short game draw challenge details are here at the front desk. And we have begun our second random drawing from the 50-50 bowl. The winning ticket gets 2 pint glasses from the 67th Dykes. That's not this one. That's more than 7 years ago. I need somebody to draw a ticket.
Oh.
Last 3 digits, 220. they might be on the ice. So we'll keep it for them, and then it'll go back in the bucket for the 50-50 drawing later tomorrow.
So Nutmeg lands a early rock on the forefoot behind some guards, and not to be deterred, Ardsley, and I believe that was Joe Pinella's first rock, throws a great freeze. This is a second shot. Nutmeg throws a tight guard, half buried under some guards, some higher guards. Certainly a great shot, and they'll be happy with that result. Now sitting a comfortable one in the forefoot with a whole bunch of trash out in front.
This one's fallen off the table. He's going to peel one of their own away and split it up. So here comes Nutmeg. Here comes Ardsley with their next shot. I'd wager they're just going to try and run their yellow into the red. If they can do that. Nope, I don't know if they can. There's a guard in the way, isn't there? It's tough to see. Yeah, there is.
There is, and the problem with running that red back is that it's still going to leave the yellow Ardsley rock for shot.
Oh, I was only looking at it. I didn't even see that red guard there from my angle where I was. So here comes Nutmeg with their stone. 3 sweepers are on it. Clearly a sign it's very light. And they are going to get it over as a guard. Guard and another shot one. Another shot stone in the center. Playing very effectively without the hammer. Nutmeg is.
Just cut out of the corner of my eye. I believe that it was the Schenectady skip. Just throws a nice double takeout. Again, a lot of rocks in play over there. The fourth end still going on. We'll get you a score update as soon as we can.
Okay, Ardsley just runs that red guard out of the way. Nutmeg's going to put it right back.
You can also use one of those lasers to signal the bar when we want them to send us over another beer.
Okay, here's Craig Doucette's first stone in the 5th end. I think we're doing pretty well on time. I think we could get 8 ends in. Just taking a quick gander at the clock over there. I think everybody's pretty safe except for the Schenectady Plainfield game. They're a good half end behind everybody else. And I'd wager A would be ending early unless we do get that mythical steal of 7.
Nutmeg throws up a nice guard. Just closing down that forefoot. Ardsley appear to be attempting the run back here. Hits the rock.
They got it.
A hair wide, but gets a fortunate redirection.
So now they're sitting shot rock in the left side of the forefoot.
And that thing is behind some serious cover.
It certainly is.
The downside is the draw for 2 is also going to be very tough.
Eric, I kind of think that we might. This is Craig's second shot.
Appears to be throwing what I think is a run back.
He hit the wrong angle though, and just peeled the red shot away.
That's one of those. It's a great shot if you make it, but with that peel, opens up the left side of the house, makes it actually easier for Ardsley to score 2. They may take this opportunity now to stuff one in the forefoot.
Yeah, I like that call by Matt. Again, just throw another one into the forefoot on the other side. Not an easy shot, especially given how deep that red rock is in the 8-foot. But Jordan's going to give it a shot. Here comes his stone.
This rock looks like it might be a bit heavy.
It's going to nudge his own. Ooh, okay, he's sitting 1-2. Could double that.
He could. The result, not what he was looking for. Does tuck that yellow rock back button, and it is completely buried. The double is there for sure. The other shot is the freeze.
Yep.
The problem if you throw the double is that there might actually be a bit of an angle left on your shooter to let Ardsley get in there and score 1. You throw this freeze really good though, and you're
sitting
much
pretty.
Guaranteed a steal.
That's been the name of the game so far for Nutmeg, is just stealing points. And they've been doing it very effectively.
Indeed, that does look like the call.
Okay,
Great shot.
Great shot. That's Giuseppe Russo again. I feel like we've been saying Giuseppe Russo, that's a great shot quite a bit in this game.
Indeed. Shots like this, it's important to remember. We often credit the skip or whomever is throwing the freeze for throwing a great rock, but freezes are really made by the sweepers.
Good point.
Or missed.
Better point. Matt's going to try and hit this. Better be careful of the jam.
First skips rock with hammer.
Hurry! Really hard, guys! Really hard!
Sweepers digging.
Keep going!
They are holding this line really, really well. Oh, and it still wicks off. I thought they had it.
At the end, yet another interesting roll after the shot is over. Ardsley, second and third still, but butted right up against the outside of that red rock.
Hey, there's a David Baxter behind you with a baby. So Broomstones, or Nutmeg, as it's been the trend for the past couple of ends, holding the potential to steal once again.
And I think you got to throw the guard here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you got a lot of yellow rocks in there, but really in a strong position in front of the tee, biting the button with a nice jam rock back 4.
Hey, we got a scoring update on sheet D. That's a single scored by the Philly Bucks rink. That's Kevin Stayer throwing skip rocks there. That makes the score tied at 5 through 5 ends. That is also an A event game.
We do have a measure on sheet A. I'm not sure what the measure is for 2 or for 1. Final stone for Nutmeg.
There comes Giuseppe with his final stone of the 5th end. Sweepers are on it. Line's
Falling
looking-
victim again to the over curl.
Yeah.
That rock comes all the way back to center.
Thinking there would have been a chance it was going to wick off for the other guard and pop back the other way, but it didn't.
Tragic result. That said, this shot definitely not a gimme.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination.
I don't think that the shot is there with the out turn. So I'm pretty sure Matt's got to come in turn side. Let the rock cross the face.
Pop it between the two yellows and potentially get 3 if his weight's right. So that measurement on A resulted in a single for the Peterson rank. That makes the score 8-2. Chris over Padalero. That's Nutmeg over Peterson. It's over curling. Matt doesn't like the result either. It's going to crash on the guard, and Nutmeg is going to steal another one.
From my angle, it looked like that rock curled a good 2.5 feet at a near normal weight. Probably more than he was expecting.
Still only down 2 for Ardsley. It's still anybody's game. Just Nutmeg's trying to win by death by 1,000 cuts here. So that makes the score 5-3. Nutmeg over Ardsley through 5 ends.
So Nutmeg up by 2 in the 6th end. Not sure what the call is here. I might be content to put the rock into the top 4 and try to force a hitting game here.
Yeah. Force a 1, force a 1 I think would be the best thing to do here for. But they've been so good at stealing.
Yeah. It does appear to be the call, and this is a great shot. If it was in fact the call, sits right on the center line, top 4. That's Vincent DeMarco.
Vincent DeMarco, yes.
The dude requested a corner guard, I believe. This rock also going sideways.
And I think he threw it in a patch of mud.
Yes.
Because that's not going to make it over at all. That's a hog stone.
Maybe Pebble getting a little fudgy on that side.
It sure seems that way because it has been really wonky over there. Could also be goblins.
Could be goblins. Vincent DeMarco's second rock of the end.
Let me ask you something about Nutmeg here. What do you think of the white pants? Don't see a lot of white pants on curling ice.
You don't.
I don't know.
Not a big fan. You know, you catch him at the wrong angle, you might think that he actually doesn't have any legs and it's just a levitating torso.
But that would be neat.
And that could be really distracting.
Yeah. Really make it easy though to see the broom if you have like a nice bright broom handle when you're calling the game. But it's nice that it's just not plain old black pants. I also want to, speaking of fashion on sheet B, I want to say how much I really enjoy Matt Gallegos' custom shoes. Those really sharp green and red shoes there. And the hat. If I wore that, it would be falling off all the time. I don't think I could pull it off either.
Stick to the sweater.
Yes, sir.
We do need to get you a pipe.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice corncob pipe.
So Michael McCarthy's first rock. Probably looking for a guard here, and the weight's looking pretty good for that guard. Indeed, it's a great shot.
Very nice shot. Well placed.
Almost back to center. Ardsley with no choice. Got to peel it.
Here comes Joe Pinello's first rock, looking to hit something out of the center of that sheet. I think he's going to get his peel. Nice hit. And Jordan sweeps it away to the side. Broomstone is going to put that right back. Shares the call by Giuseppe. Here comes Mike Secondstone, just trying to put that guard back that he placed the first time. It was knocked out by Joe Pinella.
It would appear that Mike, great curler, pinnacle of fashion, really popular with the ladies.
It's the only way to fly, man.
Joe Pinella's final rock.
Sweeper's trying to hold that line. I'm sure they'd rather hit something in the house rather than that guard. They're going to get something. They're going to get that, the one that was in the 12-foot, spill that one away. Bo, it's going to stay in the house. That's unfortunate.
Again, those wide strike bands don't transfer energy as efficiently as it's a brand new set of rocks. I think every time I say Nutmeg throwing a guard, we should drink.
I got to drive home.
Oh.
That would be a nice Saturday night activity, especially with the Nutmeg rinks still left.
Center guard comes a bit tight, over curls as well. Leaves a nice, easy double here, and a good out for Ardsley if they can take advantage. This is Jordan Becker's, I'm sorry. Oh yeah,
Yeah, this is
Jordan
Jordan.
Becker's
Yep.
first rock. Nice result.
Nice result.
Piles on the pressure for for Matt's last rock though. Red now sitting 4.
All almost practically lined up in a row. A little kick line here.
If he can keep the middle clean, he will have a fairly easy shot for the single. But I think at this point, that's about all you can hope for.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how we're doing on time here, but this game's been moving along pretty well, so I expect we're going to see all 8 ends.
We'll get 8 ends, and I think everybody's going to get. We got 12 minutes and change to play, so I think everybody but the C game is going to get 8 ends in.
So Joel Lineker brings up a great point. At some point, Ardsley is going to want to consider freezing to that shot rock.
Sure.
If they get an opening.
Here goes Jordan's second rock. Again, looking to open it up. I think he's going to go off his yellow guard. It's going to spill away. It's
Maybe
going to
jam
and roll in,
It will.
just like they didn't call it. But hey, this is a game of results. Not like it won't count. So that cut him down.
Currently, however, that rock is sitting wide open, and
Yeah.
with its position in the back four, a little flop to the inside is going to mean Nutmeg sitting 2 in the 4-foot.
Behind cover.
Yes, behind cover.
Ugh. If you're Ardsley. Hey, we got a scoring update on the C sheet. That's the Burns Alice game. Schenectady is now up 4-2 through 5 ends. They just got a single in the 5th. Sweepers on that really hard. It's going to crash on their own and make and put Ardsley for shot stone. That's an unfortunate turn of events for Nutmeg.
That changes the whole end.
That changes the whole game.
Doesn't even get lucky and rub the Ardsley rock off the back four.
Yeah. Wow, that's unfortunate for Giuseppe there.
Ardsley now sitting 1.
I think you got a draw here.
Well, you got a couple of options. You could draw right behind the center guard, for sure. Could play the freeze on the red rock that is behind the tee in the 8-foot.
You can play the top 4 right there, but make sure you don't get the angle wrong so they can double you out.
That tight center guard always going to be a problem for you, but at this stage, not much you can do.
Nope.
Just got to accept it as a risk. Try to stick something in there. I think this is the wise decision, calling for the draw. Try to get one top 4 behind that center guard.
Just make sure you're on the line, let the sweepers do the rest. What you don't want to be is deep. Give him 2 rocks to sit on.
Yes, back button would be the absolute worst shot you could throw here. Sweeper is treating the rock with disdain. Yelling at the rock, pleading with the rock.
That's pretty nice.
Rock does stop short of the tee line. It is, however, wide open. The double is there, but this is an important shot for Giuseppe. He will want to make it. Even a peel
Is going to give.
keeps Ardsley to 2.
Oh, he was on the line really early. Sweepers are trying to hold it. I think they're going to do it, and they do. All right.
Good job by the sweepers to hold it.
Yeah.
Nutmeg currently shot sitting full 4, rock about half buried.
I think you're just going to have to come with, I don't know, control weight, come across. Make sure the shooter stays.
You got it.
They
Even
got to be
less.
kind of quiet.
Bumper weight would be fine too.
Yep, that's true.
I see a pretty fair amount of that rock. I think he'll feel pretty good about it when he sees it from the hack.
We have handshakes on sheet A. That's Chris is now going to advance further into the A event. Peterson going down to the B event, I believe. The score, they were up 6 through the 6th end. They've already kicked the rocks away. But the bottom line here is that Nutmeg Chris advances through the A event, and the Peterson rink is going to go down to the B event, making them 2-1.
Final rock of the 6th end.
It's not going to come over, but he's still going to get his single. Okay, it's going to be a 1 for Ardsley. Not a bad result.
I'm just going to say that that was the shot call the whole time.
Sure. You know what? Yeah, halfway down, I'm thinking, maybe it could be. All right, so that's a 5-4 game now. We're going through 6 ends. That's a round of applause for the game on A. Chris victorious once again over the Peterson rank. They've been taking some names this Bonspiel. I know they took mine last year. That's a good squad out there they've got. So sure we'll go pretty far.
Update on sheet D. Philly Bucks County scores with the hammer in the 5th. Scores a single. That game all tied up at 5.
Actually, the 6th, they just finished the 6th. They just haven't hung the score.
Oh, yeah. How about that?
I don't know what was going on there. There was a couple of nice shots. There was a nice double. Well, let's see who threw the first. Nutmeg threw the first stone, so they scored something. Just we'll keep you posted when they hang the score. And here, James Kintonk's about to hang it. They got a deuce. So through 6 ends, the score is 7-5.
Great game going on sheet D there.
Yeah.
Closer to us on sheet C, Schenectady versus Plainfield. In the 5th end, with hammer, Schenectady scores a single. That game now, Schenectady 4, Plainfield 3. Score on sheet D is actually 7-5 right now. I don't know if we said that properly. That's Philly Bucks currently down 2 points to Nutmeg. Bad tire. Bad tire? Back to the action, sheet B. Nutmeg with a slim lead and the hammer. Going to play clean here. Sweeper is working hard. They will want to stick this in the house. Rock curls a ton. Just catches the inside. Does not remove the Ardsley rock from play. It hangs on as a biter. Currently Nutmeg sitting shot. Thank you, sir. Once again, things are looking up. Got a fat tire in hand. Feeling happy.
Got my Yingling. Like a good Philly native would drink.
I haven't decided if I drink more when I'm curling at a Bonspiel or when I'm volunteering at a Bonspiel. It's a tough call.
For me, it kind of depends where I am in the Bonspiel. If I'm out of the A event, it's a different story. Just kind of make, the volunteering a little bit easier.
Ardsley, recognizing they want to steal, I believe he was trying to call for the center guard there. Ruck over curls. Stop short of the house. Nutmeg will go ahead and peel that rock off.
On sheet C, the score is currently 4-2. Schenectady.
My shot identification really poor. That was actually a draw behind the corner guard. Great weight. Rock does not bury, however. And really leaves quite an opening for Ardsley here to steal now all of a sudden.
Can we type the scores in?
The score is current.
I think they wanted to know. Might be some people who are watching without sound.
Oh, I see.
Let's see if we can, I think we can just put it in the chat here. Yeah. Can we? No, it's okay.
Oh, I can do it.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and type the scores
Yep.
in for our audio impaired.
So we got Alois is up 4-2 against Burns. Chris had, it was 8-2. So Milman's going to take care of that for you guys. I know some of you are just simply watching the game without any sound. So we'll keep you posted on the scores both through the commentary and through the chat. Here's Jordan Becker's stone for Ardsley. This is his first rock. Trying to hold that line, looks like it's going to fall off. There's the cowbell signaling you got one more end to play after the one you're finishing. So it's irrelevant for the Schenectady, I mean it's irrelevant for the Ardsley Nutmeg game, and it is irrelevant for the Bucks County, Philadelphia, and Nutmeg game. However, that does mean, as predicted, that the Schenectady Plainfield game on sheet C is only going to be 7 ends. So here in our feature game, we have Broomstone sitting 2, possibly 3. I think it's 3 actually. I think that one of the top 12 is outcounting the Ardsley Yellow Rock in the back 12. This is Jordan Becker's second stone. He's going to try and draw behind. Sweepers are on it, holding that line pretty well. It's coming a little short. They're really going to have to pull that guy in. They left it short. That's still now sitting 1-2 for Broomstones with the hammer, up 1.
Nutmeg.
Oh, Nutmeg. Why do I care? Because the Broomstones was on the last game. Wow, 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 wow.
Nutmeg currently sitting 2, but I'd venture to say that this end is a little more complicated than they might have liked. Probably too many rocks in play for this late in the game when you have the hammer and are winning. Decent draw. Weight comes up a bit heavy, stops back 4.
Just something for them to sit on.
It does leave an opening here for
This is going to be Matt Gallegos' first stone.
his first stone, yes. I believe a dead freeze on the red on the back 4 will leave Ardsley a shot. It'll be real close. Actually, it won't be close at all. What am I talking about? I'm looking at the TV at quite an angle.
Yes, five. Really hard, guys.
Sweepers are on it. It looks narrow, trying to hold the line the best they can, but it's going to wreck on that red guard. So Broomstones will be wise just to close that up. Thanks.
And by Broomstones, we need Nutmeg.
Did I say that again? Oh my goodness. Maybe I do need a break.
I mean, you're a third of the way through that beer already, so.
I know, I know. So Nutmeg looking to probably close that draw up. Kind of don't know what the discussion is. Yeah, that's perfect. I like where Craig wants it. I mean, they're sitting 1, 2, and 3. They're already up 1.
Yeah, the rock that's sitting back 4 is their biggest concern right now. Even though it's their rock, a freeze to it will be pretty much a guaranteed steal. So throwing the guard here, maybe not the shot you want to throw, but I think it's a shot you have to throw.
Sweep was on it pretty early.
Looks like the rock might over curl.
Yeah, it sure does.
Any way you look at it, Ardsley was always going to have 2 shots. Either the freeze or that run back of the yellow guard they just tapped.
And that's what Matt's calling, is that run back. It's lined up pretty well.
I still think that you got to throw the freeze here.
I think that's what they decided to do. Although if they did, would you like to have him take just a touch more ice than that, given how it's been biting? How it's been finishing at the end? Or are you happy with that? Yeah.
So he may actually be tapping the rock back.
The red to the yellow. Well, we'll find out. Here comes Matt's hammer here. Nope, this is his stone. Here in the 7th end. Sweepers are on it.
That rock is going to be
that
all
rock
over
is
the
going to be
guards.
all over that, yeah. Off the red, off the yellow, and it's going to kiss off of that.
A little ticky-tack.
Yeah. What do you think? Who shot there?
That's real close.
That's close.
I don't think it's going to matter in the end, though.
No, Matt doesn't like it.
No, that rock is sitting wide open on the back 4. Even a peel is going to give Nutmeg
5.
4. Or a
1,
good
2, 3, 4.
Sticks the shooter.
This could be a 5er.
And that'll be the ball game.
Yeah, that'll
sure.
be the ball game. Absolutely. So here comes Giuseppe Russo with his hammer here in the 7th. Big shot. Oh, the sweepers are on it. Line is on it already. He might be a touch narrow. Actually, he's more than a touch narrow.
I take that back. It will matter.
Oh, he got it.
No,
No, he didn't. Oh, I thought he had it.
Slight redirection.
Oh, mercy. Okay, that's just 1. Wow.
With the slight redirection,
An inch.
manages to just rub the yellow enough.
Oh, boy. Man, so that's curling in a nutshell, everybody.
Oh.
A half an inch can mean a load of points. Wow. All right, so we are we're coming home here with not Broomstones, Nutmeg, up by 2 over Ardsley, and at Matt Gallegos rink, 6-4. I want to, and I said this before in the other two games, I want to thank the the two rinks for giving us such a fantastic game on the webcast. We've had some really, really tight games today.
Absolutely. That game could have been over right there.
Yeah.
Instead, keeping the drama alive. A lot of curlers might say that this is a great position. Down 2 in the last end on the surface seems like a really bad scenario, but you do have the hammer. So get your corner guards up, score your 2, and then play for the steal and the extra.
Thank you, Joe, for that compliment. Melvin and I appreciate it greatly. We're now at a big high here, 126 people chatting. Sweepers on it trying to really, really drive that in, and they're going to out-count it, but most of it's exposed.
Yeah, I'm going to wonder if Matt's going to want that shot back later on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was a free guard rock, so put it in the guard zone, and Nutmeg cannot remove it.
Yep.
By trying to bring it around that really close red guard. Instead, the half shot leaves it wide open.
Certainly in times like this, the free guard zone is your friend.
It's your only friend.
Hey, we got an update on sheet D.
And by only friend, I mean next to your opposition.
We got an update on sheet D. The drama continues. Philly Bucks County ties it up at 7. So we are tied at 7. Coming home, Nutmeg with the hammer. Again, winner advances further into the A bracket. Loser going down to the B. Wow, that's been a really tight game.
It has been, yeah.
Not a single steal. Tied at 7.
So Vincent DeMarco not going to be happy with that result. Peeling his own rock, leaving Ardsley yellow rock currently shot, but most importantly, in the house. But he'll take some bit of solace in the fact that the dude comes up a hair heavy through the house. Really needed to stick that one in the house.
Absolutely.
Even if you're not shot at this point, he needed to be in play.
But now Nutmeg just needs to capitalize. So here comes Mike White Pants McCarthy with his first stone. Sweepers are on. It looks kind of quiet, but they're doing a pretty good job of holding that line. I think they're going to get most of it, spill it away. It's a good shot by Michael there.
That will work.
Nice hit.
Don't need to throw a 7-second rock to make a hit.
Nope. Matt calling what, a corner freeze there?
Think so, and this is the right call for this circumstance. Without any guards in play, he needs to find a way to make sure one of his rocks stays in the house.
Yeah.
His other option might be a light tap back on one of the red rocks, maybe that one in the center. Just move it back behind T.
That was looking really nice. I'm surprised it finished. I thought it was going to finish more.
Yeah, it just didn't curl as much as they would want at the end. The easy tap back behind the T line. Challenging shot for sure, but sometimes accumulating your opponent's rocks in the back of the house can help you out later on. It's the Ed Lukowicz.
It's about time we had an Ed Lukowicz reference.
Yes. Great shot here. I believe we'll peel the. You know what? I think there's a bit of a tricky spot in that line. That
Sure.
rock appeared to back up at the last second.
Yeah, I thought it was going to continue to curl over, and it just seemed to have the brakes put on it.
Was going to hit about a quarter of it, instead just rubs it.
Yeah.
Ardsley now sitting second shot.
Chris says, I've given up on pretense of work for the 8th end. That's what we like to hear. When you're watching curling on a weekday, that's the only way to do it. That line has fallen off. It's not going to be what they wanted.
It really seems like we're struggling with some fudgy pebble at this point.
Yeah.
All the curlers are going to definitely make sure they get good handle, nice clean release. Try to cut through it. Not a bad result for Ardsley.
No.
Now have 2 rocks in the house. Second and fourth shot. Plenty of rocks to go.
This is really anybody's end right now, given, like you said, the way the rocks are placed.
Nutmeg, I think
We have open draws, but we also have, some center guarded. So remember now, Ardsley needs a 2 to send it to an extra end.
Nutmeg opting to draw their way out of this situation, which is fine, except you got to make it the draw.
And it comes up short.
Good opening for Ardsley here if they can capitalize. Really tight center guard. A lot of rocks laying around in the house.
That looks really light to me. Sweepers are working really hard. They'll be lucky if that even. Ooh, yeah, he just left it too short. It looked really light coming out of his hand.
Indeed, it's just going to nuzzle up with that tight red guard. Yes, I believe red is actually. I think red's sitting.
Red is sitting 1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay.
Yeah, the rock on the right side of the 12 foot is your shot rock, and the one at the top 12 is your number 2. This has just been a great conclusion to the first half of our draw today. Every game is close. Like stated before, the game on D is tied, and the game on C, even though Schenectady is currently up 3, from our vantage point, Plainfield has a mess of yellow stones in the house. Looks like they're sitting at least 1, possibly 2. Yeah, they're sitting 1 and 2. And they're down to final skips rocks on C. We'll keep you posted on that one as well.
Looks like Matt opts for the open hit here. The double is there on those 2 red rocks. Might even be able to pick it clean.
Oh, Chris, I was just referring to the games that are going on right now.
Said this rock a bit inside.
Ooh, ooh.
Squeaks by the guard.
Is that going to hang on for a shot? It is. It certainly is. So now Ardsley's sitting 1. Remember, they need 2. Nutmeg sitting 2 and 3.
Certainly a freeze is available on that yellow Ardsley rock. This is Giuseppe's first rock, correct?
Yes.
So skips first rock without hammer.
Yeah, this is Giuseppe's first stone in the final end. So here comes the rock down for Giuseppe Russo.
Rock is looking good. The sweepers can get it there. It's grinding a bit.
Comes Craig out to help his front end. Okay, there we go.
They will not. Rock comes up short.
Status check on D. Eric, we have, let's see, it looks like Nutmeg is sitting 1 in the 4-foot. Behind, yeah, it looks pretty open. And Philly's got 2 in the 12-foot staggered. They're throwing the first rocks. Hey, we have handshakes on. We have handshakes on sheet C. Robbie Burns coming back to make a hit for the win, scoring 4 in the 7th. Final score 7-5 on sheet C. Chris, we believe that yellow is shot right now, so that would be Ardsley. There's a rub. It's going to sit on the back of that. Ooh. Oh, and it just rolled the wrong way. It's still just 1 for Ardsley. So anyway, for everybody who was listening, that was a come from behind win for the Burns rink on Plainfield. Winner 7-5. Just to keep you posted here also on sheet D while they're figuring out what to do. Philly made that hit that was shot rock for Nutmeg, and Philly is now sitting 1, 2, and 3. The skip for Nutmeg needs to draw at least to bite the 8-foot to be shot rock. Yeah, Philly's got shot rock, which is in the top right-hand side of the 12-foot. Then they have one to the top right of that, frozen to it, and then they have a third rock that's in the back right-hand side of the top of the back 12. I'm sorry, this is actually Ed's first stone, so he has the hammer. So Ed's trying to get shot rock, going to be drawing into the house. He does have the hammer. No stones in the house to 3 against Philly.
Giuseppe's going to need a good one here. This rock looks like it's got better weight, but the sweepers are really working it for line.
They're gonna get by it. Oh, what beautiful sweeping by the Nutmeg rink. That was really nice.
That's going to make it real hard for Ardsley to find their 2.
Yeah, what a great hold of the line by Vince DeMarco and Mike McCarthy.
We take a look at the overhead.
There's not much guarded up on D. Ed's rock is coming in. Sweepers are on it really hard, really hard. He's going to draw to the top 8 and be shot stone, but pretty wide open for Kevin Stair to hit and roll. So I know we're watching 2 games at once here, everybody. We're going to keep the cameras on B, but we'll try to do a little bit of play-by-play on D as well.
I'm not sure that I see a shot for 2 here, but Matt apparently sees something that I don't.
Yeah, Red certainly is sitting 1, 2, and 3.
I guess he might be trying to hit the inside of that red to hopefully stick the shooter and somehow drag one of those yellows.
Ooh, I don't know.
A little ticky-tacky into close to the 4-foot as well. Rock's got plenty of weight. Successfully rolls into the 4-foot.
But just the one. That's a good try by Mac Gallegos. That's a final here on sheet B, with the Nutmeg rink coming up victorious, 6-5. Any chance we could get do we have the ability to go over on D, Heather, so we can take a look at the last shot here? Okay, we're going to get some bonus coverage on D. This is the final rock of the end. This is Ed Skimia ready to throw his final stone. As you can see, Philly's got 4 in the house. The shot rock is right on the 8-foot. Ed's rock is away. And again, this is the final stone of the game for the Nutmeg and Philly Bucks County game.
Sweepers like the weight.
Sweepers like the weight. It's going to dig, and he's going to get it. He's going to bite a piece of the 4-foot and draw for the win. Oh, man. High drama here at the National Capital Curling Center. Nutmeg coming victorious in both games, one on B and one on D. Both teams are advancing to the A through the A bracket. So that's the game there on sheet D, with Nutmeg coming out victorious 8-7, and Nutmeg coming out victorious on sheet B 6-5. So this concludes our first half of the Friday draw. We want to thank you all very much for listening. We had such a high amount of people chatting. We want to thank Heather again for running the cameras. Really appreciate it. Ken and Jim and Melvin actually went out and did some ice as well. He wears many hats at this club, so we want to thank you for that. And I guess, let's see, next draw is at 5 o'clock? 5 o'clock? Let's take a check here, guys. And we want to, again, thanks everybody for listening, for checking it out, for chatting about. Really appreciate it. Yep, let's see here. Next draw is at 5 o'clock tonight. We got Brennan from Schenectady against Eaton from Ardsley. White from Utica against Chester from Clearance from the Tower. Chester from Potomac. We have Hewer, who is a Chesapeake Potomac club, against Gary Smith from Cape Cod. And I don't know who's playing at the D event. We'll figure that out. Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody, for listening in, for watching, and we'll see you later at 5 o'clock tonight. Have a good one.